When I tell people that I haven't been in a long-term relationship for a while, people say, oh my God, I don't know why you can't find a man. Find a man? Oh, I can find a man.
Did you hear what she just said? I can find a man. I believe her, by the way. I mean, even for this larger, older woman who's, not that all that attractive. She's not like ugly or anything like that, but she's just pretty average, right? She can find a man. I don't doubt her when it comes to that. What I'm calling out here is the arrogance, because a lot of these women, in the ungratefulness, because so many of these women can find a man, and they take that for such granted, because they have their pick, right? They have their pick, and it's just not the same for guys, right? They don't appreciate the fact that they have that power and guys don't, right? Most guys, even who are really good looking, can't just do this this rant and be like, hey, I can find a woman. No problem, man. And I can find a woman, because for guys, if you don't have your crap together, don't have a nice car, don't live in the right neighborhood, haven't worked on yourself, your chances are pretty slim to none.
I can find a man, I can find a boyfriend,
See?
I can find a cuddle buddy, I can find sex anywhere.
Yeah. Can guys do that? No. Did you hear what she said, guys? She could find it anywhere, but can guys? No.
What I'm talking about is a partner. We're getting older. Things get hard. Life is hard. I want the guy that's going to be a ride or die. I'm looking for the partner who's going to be there emotionally for me when my parents pass away. I'm looking for the guy that's going to go out and get 2 jobs while I lose my job and go into depression.
Okay, she says she's looking for the ride or die guy, the guy who's going to be there for her, the guy who's going to be emotionally supportive and never leave her. This woman is heading into her 50s here. Why on earth are you now looking for this guy? Okay, now is not the time to be looking for this guy, right? The time to be doing this was in the mid-90s when you were in your 20s. Okay, that was the time. What were you doing besides watching Saved by the Bell and whatever else you were doing, like going to the clubs? What were you doing that you did not find that guy back then? Why are you trying to find him now as a much older woman with wrinkles, weight, you have more weight on you? It's just mind-boggling to me that these women don't cash it in while they can. They just wait and wait and wait, and then they get on social media and start saying, oh, this is the guy I'm looking for, this is the guy I want. Now, all of a sudden, why the epiphany? Why do you want this guy now? Why didn't you want this guy before? Right? What about all the guys you met in the past that were like this? How did you treat those guys? What did you do to them? Right? Of course, she got rid of them, right? Or she stuck them in her friend zone. Even her.
For a couple months, I want the man who's going to hold me while I hold my dog, while the vet has to finally put him down.
I don't like doing that, FYI. I think it's cruel unless your dog is in excruciating pain and there's nothing else can be done. But yeah, I don't put my dogs down. I let God tell me when the time is right, and he's right. He's never wrong. I don't like this injecting dogs, because many times these doctors are wrong. I did tell my story about Cash 5 years ago. I've mentioned in certain coaching videos where they wanted me to put him down, and I was like, no, I think I'll go get a second opinion. Why don't you go screw yourselves? And I did, and here we are 5 years later, still together. They were wrong.
I'm looking for the guy who's a partner, who's the best partner for me personally that I get.
Okay, what? Again, this begs the question. You're looking for this guy. Why weren't you looking for him before? What was the problem? Okay? What was the problem 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago? What was the problem?
All his quirks, and he gets all mine. Not that he's going to be perfect, because I'm not perfect, but he's going to be perfect for me. So next time a woman says, yeah, I'm looking for partnership, but I haven't found it yet, don't ask her, why can't you find a guy? She can find a guy.
Yeah, I no doubt. But this is she just said it here without realizing she's exposing herself, right, fellas? She just said it right here. Okay, I could find a guy, but I'm not getting the guy, right? What are they really looking for at the end of the day? You know, starts with a C, ends with a D. Chad, right? That is what they're looking for. They want the Chad. They could get the beta brat. They could get the beta provider, right? They don't want him. Too nice, too boring, too predictable. Oh, not enough of a challenge. I want the other guy. I still want the bad boy. That's why they're still here 4 or 5 decades in, right? Almost half a century on this planet, still single, right? Lady, you are your own worst enemy. Here we go again.
Come with me as a single mom.
Oh my gosh. The 4 most dangerous words. The 4 words you never want to hear from a woman. I'm a single mom.
When I get off work early and I have time to clean my house before I get my kids. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, can't forget the purse and my serving book. So a few things about me as I'm walking up my apartments because I live on the 3rd floor because it's the cheapest. I have 3 jobs.
3 jobs. When do you have time for your kids? You don't. They're being raised by the state.
I love all of them.
They're being raised by Taylor Swift and, all these other terrible influences that are teaching them to, walk around stage wearing a dildo and get confused about their gender and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm a server. I work at a gym. And I do some e-commerce businesses online.
Jeez Louise.
I have a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 7-month-old.
Oh my God. A 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 7-year-old. What on earth? Why can't you keep your legs closed, woman? Right? What are you doing having these kids that you can't take care of? Right? She cannot take care of them. Obviously, she's picking the cheapest apartment in all this, right? You cannot take care of these kids. This is why I did not have kids, right? When I was much younger, I didn't have kids because I knew, I wanted to gamble, right? I wanted to try different business ventures. I love to play life loose and fast, and it's hard to do if you have a family. I didn't want to put anyone through that, like a partner, much less my kids. That's why I didn't get married and have kids. It paid off. I became financially successful. Now I'm I'm more considering it with my girl, but not having kids, but just stabilizing more. But you don't make dumb decisions like that. That's how these chicks become single moms, right? They just make dumb decisions. They're all just a bunch of impatient dummies, I hate to say it.
They're my best friends.
Your kids are your best friends? No, they should not be your best friends. That always worries me. When I hear a parent go, oh yeah, my kid, she's my best friend. Like, no, that's your kid, right? That's your child, man. You shouldn't even be friends with your child until they become adults, right? But no, that's your child. You don't want to be best friends with a child. So she's best friends with a 7-year-old or the 2-year-old?
And right now it's just about hustling, enjoying my kids, and healing for them and for myself, because I deserve it too.
Oh my gosh, of course you deserve it. No, you don't deserve anything at this point, lady. You've screwed up your life, screwed up those kids' lives, period. You deserve nothing.
First, let's get out of these work clothes. Ready?
And she has time to do TikTok. Look at this place, man. If you guys can see in the background, this place is a pigsty. This place is a complete mess. I'm not like a super neat freak or anything like that, but I like a clean place. I don't like a dirty place that's like filthy. That drives me nuts. And I've dated some chicks in the past who were freaking hot as balls, man, that were just slobs. It was such a turnoff. And I was like, oh my gosh, can you like clean up a little? I found myself cleaning their place because I'm like, I don't like coming over here. It's this dirty. This is gross. Her place is a pigsty. I could see, you might not be able to see it on your screen, but I could see the full screen here. And her bathroom, her kid bathroom sink here is full of like makeup, toys, Kleenex. The background here, you got this baby. What a mess, dude. What a mess. And she's not a bad looking chick either, but she really screwed herself over. She could have had, the princess fantasy. She ain't getting that now. Like my ex from 2006. She ain't getting that now. You screwed your life and you screwed those, stinky kids of yours. Oh, man. Yeah, of course the tats, right? Of course the tats. Can't go wrong with that tats. Oh my gosh, she's got her laundry basket here too. I don't know if you can see this, just behind her. Man, this place is just a pigsty. Ugh. All right, last one.
All right, let's get into it. Reasons why I like younger guys. One of the biggest reasons is my demographics. I live in Louisiana, and there's not a whole lot to choose from. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate from this, but a little while ago, whenever I was getting a divorce and like going through all that stuff, I did not want to be with anybody else that had another child, or an ex-wife or baby mama, whatever. I know that's being selfish, and I know that's not fair, especially because of what I come with. But in that moment, back then, I couldn't handle it. Like, I could barely handle the drama between me and my ex. It was a lot. It was a lot. So that's one of the biggest reasons back then. Now, not so much anymore. I don't care if, like, you have kids. I'm ready now to be stepmom or whatever that is. And
yeah, of course she doesn't care now. She doesn't care now because she's past her prime.
So, yeah, that's the first reason. Okay, number two, I guess this is more of a story as to, like, why I don't like guys my own age versus, like, why I like younger guys. Anyway, so number two.
Because you can't get guys your own age anymore.
One of the other biggest reasons is that guys my age, if they've been single till they're in their 30s, that means they've, like, done a lot of shit. They've messed around. They knew they were attractive their whole lives and just was a player. So now that they're ready for marriage in their, 30s, 40s, whatever, they don't know how to treat a woman because they still, and not everybody, I shouldn't generalize everyone, but a lot of them act like they're the shit.
Because they are, right? We are, guys, because that's when men come into their power after the age of 30. You start to get your crap together, your finances together, your life together, and you become prized in society, and you have women from multiple generations, right, coming after you. You have your pick of the litter, but also something magical happens around that time, especially if you're part of the red pill community, which is you wake up to women's BS, right? You wake up to their malarkey and their lies and their nonsense, and just you see them for what they are, and you're no longer taken by this facade that they present to you, like when you were younger, like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, this woman, she's in front of me. She's talking to me. I can't believe it. Once you get older, you're just you're chill, right? You're chill, and you're like, okay, yeah, because you know your value. That's why. That's what she talked about. That's why a lot of these older women do go for younger guys, because those guys have not come into their own yet, and they'll date girls like this, but they're not dating them for a relationship. They're just usually dating for a bang.
And like, you're not,
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Absolutely, they are. I mean, this is statistical, right? I mean, this is not just my opinion. This isn't subjective. This is like real objective evidence that men get richer, wiser, and more confident as they get older. So yeah, they become the what she said.
I just want somebody who's humble and
doesn't mean they can't be humble.
Somebody that I can get along with, joke with, not somebody who's like, oh yeah, I did this, or oh this and that, and
she doesn't want somebody humble. She wants somebody she can control.
Like just boasting and being prideful, and like if I have a conversation with you and all we talk about is you and you don't ask me anything about me, like I can't do it.
That's exactly what men deal with pretty much their entire dating lives, like with these modern women.
And that's what I find a lot of guys who are older who are finally ready to settle down, like it's hard coming down from that player stage. Okay, and then this next reason, I don't mean to trigger anyone, but I did deal with this with my ex, is I do find that a lot of men who are older are, like some of them in my area specifically, are recovering addicts. I was with an addict. I do not ever want to put myself in that situation again, nor do I want to put my daughter in that situation again.
Okay, she's a single mom, and she dated a drug addict.
And I don't think that that's...
A lot of younger guys are addicts these days too. I mean, just because like now they legalize weed, which I think is terrible, it's affecting men on, on so many negative levels. I need to do a separate video about that.
Unfair at all. Okay, and then last but not least, younger guys just put me on a pedestal because
they don't know any better.
I'm a MILF, so it definitely like boosts my confidence a lot. That's one of the other reasons why. Now, it's not like I'm not open to dating guys my own age. I am, but it's like the housing market, right? All the good ones get sucked up, just like real quick. So So again, in my area, there's just not a whole lot to choose from.
Yeah, you know who are sucking up these guys that you're talking about are younger, more fertile women. That's who's taking these guys. It's not like the housing market. They're getting sucked up by younger, hotter women.
And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out here from my DeLorean. It's incredible, about to take off. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe, okay? So make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well. And for all of you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we're making things happen every single week. So take advantage of it, and this is the absolute best way to support my work. So if you want to support me, that's the best way to do it. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons, right? It's only $1. So take advantage of it. Okay? Just click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. All right, I'm out. Let's get out of here. Woo! Man, this car has some pickup. And this is coming from a guy with a Corvette. This car is actually pretty quick. Don't be fooled. DeLorean is quick. This is, after all, it's a time machine, right? Woo! Those kids are like, oh my gosh, it's a DeLorean. Till next time.